What are you talking about?
The, like...
Now I need to find pants to wear. Who's there too? Okay, there we go. Wow, this actually makes me reflect on how many shoes I really do have over everything. Oh my god, this table. Okay. Set up. Fancy schmancy. And let's get started. Yo, what is up? What is going on? Stop looking at me. That's like making me feel so uncomfortable, I swear to God. Yo, what is up? What's going on there, guys? Morty here, coming at you with another video. Holy cow, it's been a long time. Am I really a YouTuber, or am I just some type of mythical entity that just appears when the stars align in certain occasions? I do not know. But I will say that I have been really busy as a student. I've been really busy working some of my other jobs, my graphic design stuff. In the meanwhile, while that has all been going on, I've also really been kind of growing up and really putting together a wardrobe that I'm very, very proud of. I've still had the same interests in clothing. I've really kind of picked up some brands that I really am fond of and really like and really want to share with you guys. And now that I have a beautiful DSLR camera on loan, I can share some of my my passion with you guys, some of my favorite items in my wardrobe, pickups, etc., etc. I think I'm gonna have a segmented channel just so that I can have different areas of content going over different things and have the channel be a little bit more overall fashion related. And so I think it'd be this will be a fun little adventure, to say the least. Now that I have a little bit more time on my hands and my school schedule isn't as rigorous, I have times to, you know, make videos and address you guys and do stuff like that. And I think it'd be fun to do so. And I think for a good first video, stop looking at me, would be to talk about my shoes, that sort of stuff. So I think it'd be fun to talk a little bit about what shoes I've acquired in the last, I don't know, how long has it been, like a year and a half or something like that? Let's just get into some of the shoes that I've been wearing. So, my slogan, my thing that I've said in every other video that I've made, I live in a beach town. So with that in mind, I really do tend to enjoy and like shoes that have a slip-on feel, something that's casual, something that's easy. So I think the first things that will be worth going into are my sandals. Now, I believe you guys have seen these before. One of my more popular videos since Suicoke's really took off, the Clergerie sandal from Suicoke. These are some of my go-tos. These are still some of my go-to sandals. Very, very classic slide look with a very thin band up here, neoprene, all that sort of stuff, everything that Suicoke is really known for. It's actually hilarious how much these shoes have popped up as in recent times, but very understandable why Suicokes are fantastic sandals. If you want to see a full rundown on these, you can check out my other video from ages ago, so I will let you do that, but I will show you the other pair of Suicokes that I've picked up in the meantime, and those would be the Suicoke Ka sandal in the full black colorway. These things are gorgeous, they are awesome. The first most, I guess you could say, visible detail is the really, really large over the foot slide portion that they have here. It takes up a solid like 3/4 of my foot. Black neoprene upper, 2 straps just because of how much girth is on that upper portion, and then a Vibram, you know, Italian, all that sort of stuff. Vibram sole that we have right here that has little elevated portions to really accentuate certain parts of your foot, make sure it's nice and comfy, get your money's worth, etc., etc. And then the other thing is that this sole is a lot thicker than the one on the Clergerie sandal. So you get a little bit more height, you get a little bit more cushion. Fantastic shoe. Great for being in beach weather when it's like 60, 70 degrees 9 times out of 10. You could throw it on with like an Our Legacy shirt like this, or you can make it into a more tech look. Really a versatile shoe that I'm super happy to own. In the realm of slides and sandals and all that sort of stuff, let me get on to my next pair of shoes. Thanks to Avery Ginsburg, he definitely put me on to the whole mule craze. Craze is a very strong word. The whole mule realm of things when it comes to shoes. I know Gucci's been doing their slides, their like fur shoes for a long time now, and that's very extra. I know they do have the more classic mule that is wearable by girls, guys, everything in between. But I found something that is very close to being the perfect equivalent, and it is these Robert Clergerie Homme mules here, and these things are phenomenal. I had a pair of Balenciaga mules. I'll probably put, oh wait, I'm on this side. I'll put an image up over here. They weren't necessarily in the same aesthetic realm that I was liking, and these really just fit the bill when it came to the look that I wanted. It's got this really lovely leather upper, fantastic quality, something that Robert Clergerie is very known for. So it's a full leather upper, it's a full leather inside as well, so it has a very soft texture on your foot. However, I will say though is that if you go barefoot with these things, you are going to have a rash. So these are definitely better with socks, but if you're going out for like a light meal or something along those lines, just sliding your foot in and going out for 30-40 minutes is not going to hurt you at all in these shoes. Fantastic regardless. Full rubber treaded bottom, as we can see here. Yeah, it's definitely a very lovely tread on the bottom, really keeps me secure, something that the Balenciaga ones didn't do, so it's a very welcome change. They're made in France. The quality on these is fantastic, and I was able to pick these up on Grailed for a huge steal, easily like 80% off. They'd only been worn outside the box like once or twice, just around the house, and these things had a really high astronomical like retail price, I think somewhere in the 800s. So I'm really happy that I got these at the price that I did, and I'm really happy about how they work in my wardrobe. I'll probably show a video as to how they work in a wardrobe or, you know, outfits in the near future, something else I might be adding to this channel. Yeah! Anyway, so going from sandals and mules, let's go to a slightly more closed shoe. At that, let's start off with these Vans. These are definitely a little bit more on the hyper side, but I really love these. These have a nice special place in my heart. These are the Takashi Murakami Vans collab. This is the blue skull colorway, size 8.5. These things are awesome. I will be honest, I really don't wear these often anymore. I used to wear them a lot more about a year or two ago, but they're just such a cool shoe. The incredible detail and iconic print that Murakami is known for just across the entire body of the shoe, along with the really crazy blue detailing. Along with the crazy blue detailing that we see on the bottom, the ribbing, the foxing, that kind of area, as well as the tags, the Vans Vault logo. It's all just super cool, as well as the inside of the shoe. The shoe has a bunch of crazy detail on the inside that we don't necessarily get to see in general, and it's such a cool little detail. These went hot. I don't know what the hell the fuck that would mean. The frick, sorry. These flew off the racks really quick. There was definitely a very much a hype release. They went really fast, but my love for Murakami as a kind of pop artist kind of transcends the whole hype culture sort of thing. I really like what he does as an artiste, and I really like these shoes accordingly, and I kind of had to have them even though they're definitely a little bit more on the hype side. But these are definitely a collectible for me. I'm not getting rid of these anytime soon. I'm happy to have them in my wardrobe even though they don't get as much wear as they probably should. And I think a lot of people use these as collector pieces anyway. So anyway, moving on to another pair of slip-on shoes, a little bit more on the edgy realm. I have to get up and go all the way across. These are a pair of fake Converse. These are the Rick Owens Dark Shadow boat shoe, I believe is what this model is called. The boat shoe is just essentially kind of like what the slip-on band looks like, just a slip-on Rick Owens shoe with all the crazy like Ramon / Dunk detailing that you might be familiar with. The incredibly large sole on the bottom, the leather toe cap, the black unique waxy cotton upper. It's such a cool shoe. It has such a unique look that is so familiar at the same time being a shoe that is definitely inspired by other silhouettes that we're super familiar with. I mean, they definitely do look like a pair of Vans slip-ons, but they have that Rick Owens touch that makes them super cool, and the quality on them and the general look that you get out of them is just so like nice and unique in comparison to something that you might get out of a more classic pair of Vans. And I really like what they do to a wardrobe accordingly. Just they spice things up a little bit. And these are definitely some of the more like wearable like Rick Owens. I know that there's a lot more interesting and crazy silhouettes that Rick Owens puts out with his shoes, like the hexagram boots, the Lego platform ones, the tractor boots that are out right now. They're all really, really cool looking boots. And these are a very simple one by comparison, and I have a lot of admiration for those. But these are just such a nice, effortless way to have Rick Owens in the closet, and I like it accordingly. I really like these shoes. They're some of my most worn, and you can kind of tell, but Rick Owens looks a lot better when it's like this. So I admire these shoes greatly, greatly. All right, so getting back to more lace-up shoes and that sort of thing, I think that we can immediately hop back into the hype realm of things after going over the Vans and go with these. I think these are they're not really hype. They're definitely on the lower spectrum in regards to like hype shoes, but these are the Fragment Design Jack Purcell collab shoe from, I believe this was last year, 2017. I was in LA, I went to American Rag, and these were some of the first shoes that you see walking in. They had just came out, and I had no idea that they did, but I know Fragment and I know Jack Purcell shoes, and they're some of my favorite silhouettes in regards to Converse. So I saw these and I was like, holy cow. And they are super unique shoes in multiple ways. They have this awesome blue upper. It came in black and white as well, and I just kind of wanted a more unique colorway. It's got a much higher, thicker sole than a typical pair of Jack Purcells, and it has a whole Suicoke that goes along the side of the sole to give this interesting digital, just kind of like factory effect to them. I wear my shoes, as you can tell, these things are buffed and scuffed, and I accidentally stepped through some mud at one point, so that's kind of why they're so dirty right now. But they are a complete white undersole as well as midsole, so they get dirty pretty quickly, but they look really, really cool regardless. Typical Jack Purcell details. It's got the little smile on the front of the toe cap, and the other very slight detail that makes it kind of cool is the little stitch that you can see on the outside, which is actually a Fragment Converse collab sticker tag on the inside, so it just has that cool inside out effect. It has extra padding in the heels to give you a little bit more support. These are also incredibly light. This sole is just super light for whatever reason, but these things are tiny. I had to go a complete full size up just to be able to fit into them like a normal shoe. I normally wear a size 9. I tried these on as a size 9. I couldn't even get my heel into them. They are that tight. So it's so weird how they worked like that, but I got to go to a size 10 and they actually worked. They're great shoes regardless. I don't wear them as much as I should because the navy is a little bit hard to pair with some stuff. I really tend to default to black shoes, but I'm really glad that I have them in my closet. They're a very unique, interesting Jack Purcell silhouette. Oh my God, I totally forgot about one of my other pairs. Holy shit.